Alright everyone, welcome back. My name's Poetentate, but I go by Poe. Thank you very much if you are joining this live stream, and for those who are watching on my YouTube channel, welcome as well. Oh, yeah, sorry about the shorter stream last time, guys. I was so wiped out, like, from my day job and then my night class. So wiped out. But I'm here now. For some reason my chat box is wiped out, so I'm gonna try my best to make sure I keep track of any chats going on, but if I miss one, I apologize. Oh, I know what I could do. If I put this over here and then I just put the game over it, and then oh, that didn't help because this is in the way. Can I can't minimize that. Never mind. I'll do my best to make sure I can actually see chat. I probably need to update my my OBS. Anyway, but welcome back, welcome back. We will see what we can get done today. Let's see. Get some maintenance done. Looks like I got some achievements since last time you all saw, since I do my Trailblaze and Simulated Universe. Complete Exploring Simulated Universe at difficulty level 2 or higher. Oh, so I got through World 4 on the level 2. I still am unable to finish World 3. For some reason, World 3 is harder to me than World 4 is. Oh, without using the downloader, so I must not have lost any characters during that time. But yeah, for some reason World 3 has always been harder for me than World 4, so yeah. And then when it comes to today, we are gonna do some of the Stellar Flare, whatever we can do today. And then we have some text messages to go through, it looks like. And any other updates is just for those of you who weren't in our last stream, we were able to pull Osha. I am so close to getting him to fully up to level 60, which is my current max, that it's kind of annoying how close he is. My issue is I don't know who I'm going to replace to put Laosha on my main team, because I really did like this setup, but I am noticing that I'm gonna start needing a healer. Like, it's actually getting bad. And so I'm not quite sure, because on one hand, Jingyuan is an AoE, so I don't really need the Trailblazer because he is a AoE single strike combination. So as long as I have Jingyuan and Danheng on my team, he's a single strike and he's an AoE. So I shouldn't really need Kalis, but Kalis is both a 5-star, and I have a 5-star light cone for him that I almost have fully superimposed. So I feel like my Kalis and his relics are also better. So I feel like I have my Kalis built more than my Danheng. But it also hurts my soul to get rid of Danheng, because most likely if I'm able to get Danheng's 5-star whenever it's released, then I will have to go through this all over again. Because if I replace Laosha with Danheng, or Danheng with Laosha, when I get 5-star Danheng, it'll be like I'd probably end up needing to replace Kalis anyway. Because there's no question that these two are staying on the team. I need my tank, and I worked too hard on getting Jingyuan to boot him off the team so soon. Like, I have his 5-star light cone, and him, and getting this light cone was a nightmare. So I'm so conflicted about which of these two. I'll probably end up picking Danheng no matter how much that causes me pain. And then we will reassess what our builds look like once his 5-star comes out. But I am so close to getting him to getting this one up to level 60, because I'm not going to put him on the team until I have him at level 60, his light cone, and at least some of his traces unlocked. As you can see, I haven't even touched them at all. Do a few of those. those right now. But yeah, some more of his trace leveled up than what I just did. But yeah, so Losha's still not going to be on the team for a little bit longer, but I'm conflicted about which team slot he is going to be in when he does get on the team. Alright, what else? I think, yeah, this is the event. So let's start off by getting as far into the event as we can, because it is just a battle simulator, and I'm probably just going to put them on auto battle. But currently we have all of them up to... I wasn't able to fully max out. The second one eliminates 6 waves of enemies within 3 rounds. I just do not have the team set up. Like, I have not built my characters enough to do that. Like, at all. Who is it? Okay, we will put... We'll try them out. No, we haven't built them enough for that. Dunhung? Or Kalis? We'll do Kalis for now. But yeah, it's like, I just do not have the team set up for that yet. I heard she's like, fully based off of luck. Like, depending on what... You can kind of see it down here in this corner, like what her Mahjong blocks are, will be how effective her ability is. So I imagine that's very, like, it might be similar to,
show no mercy.
They come. My turn.
That might be similar to,
Please, and... Victory!
Conflict is pitiless.
I played Mahjong in the like in the way of like matching them to get to the bottom of the pile. I played it in that capacity, but I haven't played it in like the you play against a person kind of capacity. So I don't know if Mahjong is like similar setup to... I didn't mean to do that. Is there a way to exit a battle? I don't think I've ever tried to like flee a battle before.
Don't rush. The game is always changing.
There's no way to like leave a battle once you've started it. I guess that's what I get for oh, I can. I was like, I guess that's what I get for not paying attention while I'm talking. That's what I meant to do. I also turned down their audio just a smidge because I was noticing that you couldn't hear me whenever they were battling and I was talking. Which might be a benefit for some of them.
Forged in ice.
But yeah, I haven't played it, so I don't know if it's like similar to poker and like maybe her attacks are more powerful depending on what combinations she gets. Like if you get all of a matching set, then it would be more powerful. Not quite sure. The only other thing I've seen with Mahjong blocks are when you play that like
Show no
almost
mercy.
competitive solitaire where all the blocks are face down, and one opponent takes the flower
Was that it?
blocks and the other one takes the
Made to be broken.
number blocks. And you are trying to get all of your blocks in like in order flipped over of one set. So you it's like, oh, if I have the flower blocks, then if I have the one that's a singular flower, it goes in the first row, and then the second row is 2 flowers, etc. And then my opponent's doing the same thing with numbers, and you're trying to like fully complete the row of numbers or flowers based on which one you have. So you'll flip over. Oh. I haven't died before. That's so interesting. Oh, it's probably because there was a captain with the whole like counter thing, and auto battle is not good when the opponent has the ability to use counter. Oh, okay. It's the guy. Oh, that made it. That one. Okay, it's well. Yay! I really wanted Welt, but now that I have Laosha, I don't know if I could even use him because
survive or be destroyed.
They're both
There
the
is
same
no other
type,
choice.
and you usually don't want to use like. Did Welt just solo that? Like, they didn't even get an attack in. He literally just soloed that. Maybe I need Welt anyway. Even if I'd have 2 of the same type on a team. That man just literally, like, soloed that first round. That was so cool. Maybe I still do need him. Yeah, because I was thinking earlier about, like, when I finally, and it's still ways off, when I finally get, like, those 300 standard pulls, which 5-star am I gonna pick? And it's like, oh, should I pick a character I don't have? Or should I invest in getting another, like, Gepard Edelin, so I can keep building my Gepard?
Show no mercy.
Because on one hand, I could get Welt if I don't have him by then, because he was one of the ones I wanted really early on.
Never falters.
On the other hand, I have Clara's 5-star light cone already, so that would be a benefit to getting her. But then because I have Gepard already,
There is no other choice.
if I pick Gepard, I can get his Edelin 1.
Rules are made to be broken.
But yeah, that's what you just saw is the reason why I have a hard time giving up on keeping the Trailblazer on my team, especially once we start unlocking more of his paths, because then I can just like change him to be whatever is like needed for that round. Okay, let's see if we get demolished in the super round. But yeah, so it looks like we can only do 2. Don't worry, I'll save the rest for my next stream on Friday of next week.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Here is thunder.
That was that first round. Well, it just absolutely annihilates everyone.
A will forged in ice never falters.
But yeah, outside of that, once we get this done, we are definitely going to, we're gonna do some of the mini blue quests, whichever ones that we can do.
Survive or be destroyed.
That don't require going
is no
into like
other
a
choice.
dungeon or anything. Then we'll work on the companion
Show no
quests,
mercy.
and probably we'll run out of time. The companion quests do take quite a bit of time,
Is pitiless.
but we'll see. And then if we can actually get through both, we will get back to the main quest so we can start exploring the new planets. So that's the plan for today.
Here
The
is
only other
thunder.
thing would be like maybe if I get enough Stellar Jade for a 10 pull, I might try pulling on Laosha's weapon banner. I'm not gonna be
made to be
super
broken.
sad if we don't get it because I have Laosha's 4-star weapon banner light cone already, so that's not really an issue.
Forged in ice never
We're at
falters.
12 pity, by the way, on the weapon banner. I have my note card over here. Anyone else having issues with TikTok? I was trying
Survive
to
or
film
be
some
destroyed.
TikToks.
There is no other choice.
By the way, same name as here, Poetentate. And my TikTok just kept... Okay, defeated again. I guess I didn't get it in the amount of rounds they wanted. And my TikTok will just close without any warning. Just kick me straight out. It's very odd. And then don't worry, I've already gotten the one of these for the month. These guys. We're always tempted, but we are supposedly supposed to be saving up for Gepard's 5-star light cone. Supposedly. But yeah, I already have this one because I lost to this one when I was pulling for Jing Yuan's light cone weapon. And then we got this one on the standard banner. Obviously, we don't have them, like, superimposed or anything, but... Oh, we have a 10 pull on this one, by the way. What are we on the weapon banner? I don't know what our overall one... Not this one. There it is. Oh, we're a third of the way there. As I said, it's gonna be a while. But I just don't know which one to get, probably between these three. Because I don't have Welt. I really want Welt. I already have her light cone, so getting her would be useful. And I just got her 4-star light cone too. And then I could get an Edelend for her. But everybody swears by Bronya, and I do have Bronya, so again I could get another light cone for her. Let's see. On the standard banner, we're currently at 15 because we just got like I said, Bronya's light cone recently on here. So this will put us at 25. As long as we... no rainbow ticket. And then we have all of the 4 stars except for Shu Shang. And then we're missing a ton of 4-star light cones, of course, but the only character we're missing is Su Shang. This is literally on the the limited weapon banner. Why are you giving me this here? Now my question is that Herta's or is that Yukong's 4-star? We'll see who can wield it, because you can see that Herta's on there. Oh, and then also I made an absolute blunder. So I did I noticed I had enough to like 2 items in the Herta store, and I was like, oh cool, I can exchange for a super imposition so I can max out his light cone because I'm at 4. I accidentally wasted it on a normal ticket, like a standard banner ticket, because I wasn't paying attention and I just looked for the thing that cost 2 of the items that you get from doing the simulated universe. So sad. I was like, how dare I? How dare I, Okay, so you cannot use that one I just got. Alright, so it's not Yukong's. Is it Herta's then? Wherever they may be. Here she is. Okay, so this looks like it might be Herta's card in specifically. Maybe. Might also be whoever this is. I don't think I have anyone that looks like that. Unless it's you? But you don't have the... Yeah, you don't have the type for that. And everybody's card specific one is the same type as them, like Asta. Oh, it might be her. Are these the same people? Let's see what the card says. Experiment has ended. Time to take a break. I just can't miss this freshly made dessert. Well, in your current body, you can only look but not eat. I'll make you a box of new ones when the times comes. She saw the mechanical, so this is probably... Yeah, this is Squirrelium right here. Yeah, they're probably not the same person. So I'm not quite sure if this is Herta's card or not. I'll have to look it up to see if she has a different card. But yeah. But that currently is on the limited banner, so it's kind of funny to get it on the standard banner at the same time. Alright, so what next? What next? Alright, we said that we are going to work on these. So we've done the stellar one. We are not going to do this one yet because I'm going to wait until I have everybody maxed out as far as I can go before I start relic hunting, because then that's the only thing I will be doing for the foreseeable future. Because if I was like, oh, I built the characters I want outside of their relics, so now we start relic hunting, I'll never build my other characters, so we're going to wait for this one. So let's do these two side quests here. An eye for an eye. Oleg sent you a message asking for help with Silvermane Guard's raid against the Fragmentum. Monsters in the corridor of Fading Echoes. Look for liation. Liation? I know this word, I swear. Officer named William. William will take you to the corridor. Okay. I've been there before, but okay. Like, I even fought a boss there. Are you William? Are you Bill? Hello? Are you Kalis? I've heard so much about? It's me. It's an honor to meet you. Captain Oleg already hit the front lines. He said that you'd definitely come. Let me recap your target this time. Charge the corridor of Fading Echoes and defeat the Fragmentum monsters lurking there. Yes, that's what it says here in this memo. I have to write down everything too. Oh yeah, the technology division told me that they'd set up advanced enemy defenses on the front line, which could be used in combat. I think they're called snowshine lamps. Ask Captain Oleg on the front lines about how to use it. If you're ready to go to the front lines now, just let me know. I'll take you to see Captain Oleg. Great! Captain Oleg said if you're here, then the fragments and monsters have to flee in fear. This way, please. Oh, another one of these. More battle simulators. Okay, finish battle with 8 turns. Allies are knocked down for no more. Defeat 7 enemies with the lamps within the lamp's effect range. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That makes me hurt a lot to take Dan Heng out. Okay. After picking up the core, approach the lamp base to activate the lamp. When an enemy is within the lamp's effect range, the enemy gains fire weakness and receives increased fire damage. Snowstorm increases ice damage caused by all enemies. When enemies are within the snowshine lamp's effective range, this buff is removed. Okay, dokie. Okie dokie. Lots of guards. Oleg! Hey, Kalis, I can't believe you are here. I didn't think you'd come. After all, you have offered us a lot of help. I'd be imposing on you if I asked anything more of you. Of course you will. How can you make your work for nothing? By the way, the corridor of Fading Echoes. It's way more desolate than I imagined. A decade or so ago, the northern region of Belobog was in a better state than this. I believe we'll repair the ruins and get rid of the monsters one day. Listen up, Kalis. The goal of this operation is simple. Destroy all the Fragmentum monsters in the corridor of Fading Echoes. Is it doable, though? It may be simple, but is it doable? William must have told you about the snowshine lamps, right? The technology division has taught me how to use these things before. I'll try and lay it out for your memory. Lay it out from memory, so listen up. Snowshine lamps are made from two parts, one of which is the thermic core, driven by geomarrow. Don't underestimate this little gizmo, as it's packing some real power inside. The second part is the base. Slotting the thermic core into the base activates the snowshine lamp and radiates an energy field which can weaken the fragments of monsters. But the thermic core structure is very unstable and can fall out over time if nobody is monitoring it, and may even be carted off and hidden by these monsters. If you want to use the snowshine lamps to reduce your load in combat, then pay close attention to the loose thermic core. Oh yeah, the snow's really coming down now. Be careful when you're fighting. You really don't want to come down with frostbite. Go and defeat them, Kalis. I'll keep watch here, so don't worry about guarding your back. Okay, to combat defense device. After using the core, approach the lamp base to activate it. It'll make a thermal energy field. And so essentially just bring the enemies over to it to receive the debuff, and then fight them. As long as the thermic core is slotted into its base, the snowshine lamps will fire up. Fire up the lamps, then lure those scums into the energy field to destroy them one by one. Oh, I like that it's like following us around. Okay. Guy. Come here. Oh, I guess I went out of range. Come on, see me. Oh, I guess if it has like the little fire bit, that means that it's lost the debuff.
Rules are made to be broken. Conflict is pitiless.
Let's see if Losha can actually stand up enough that I take him out. Oh, I see the bubble it's making. Okay. Alright, y'all can see me. Come this way. Into the bubble.
Here is thunder. Show no mercy. Conflict is pitiless.
That little he does. That, I feel like that's gonna get annoying after a certain amount of time.
Never falters.
I underestimated you.
Rules are made to be broken.
Okay, let's make sure we go collect it. Do I not take it back out? Oh, there's a new one over there. Whoa, how did this core make it all the way over there? Who did that? It's a snowstorm this bad. I advise you to proceed carefully, and with every step, Kalis, kite around any patrolling monsters and retrieve the core. Snowshine lamps are simply incredible. We really should deploy them more often. Okay. I'm just gonna run over and get this. Now, there's the lamp that it goes in. Got him in there. Swing that like that. Smack.
Here is thunder.
I feel like for a while Losha's gonna seem kind of sad to me just because he's not built at all.
Dead return.
and he does very little damage compared to my other characters.
Repay. Conflict is pitiless.
But
Show no mercy.
he'll get better with time, I'm sure. Because like everyone online I'm seeing is like, oh,
Made
he's
to
a
be broken.
must pull. Everyone should get him.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
I wanted to get him originally. What
Let's
is your
wait
buff
and
again?
see.
Oh, you healed yourself, and then you also gave yourself like a that certain type buff. Come over here.
Repay.
Oh, I guess that might start off with his like
Here,
make him
thunder.
start off with his AoE debuff thing that he gives everyone.
A will forged in ice never falters. Conflict is pitiless.
I feel like I might be defeating them faster, but that also might just
Reach
be
the
like
end of the story in your own way.
me hallucinating. Me seeing things or whatever. Okay, where is the last monster? Oh, there it is. Ooh. Ah, I didn't get them in the zone in time. They're gonna have the ice buff.
Rules are made to be broken. Here is thunder. Show no mercy.
Battles are chess games. No.
That's essentially like, oh, you defeated all the monsters. Go talk to Oleg. Well done, Kalis. Being straightforward has always been your style. There are no more traces of monsters in the surroundings. Corridor should be peaceful from now on. Yet, the effects of Fragmentum are here to stay. It's only a matter of time before they make a comeback. I might need your help again when the time comes. I hope you'll keep in touch with William. That boy might not be articulate, but he's very reliable. Please be more patient with him. These are for you. You can treat them as my rewards for you. Take care, Kalis. My voice. Aw, dang it. It's because I messed up at that last bit. I'm gonna have to redo it now. My voice is getting very low when I'm trying to do that. Aw, please don't make me go through that. Oh, I thought he was gonna give me the exact same, like, line, so I was clicking through. Captain Oleg has told me about your deeds in battle. I admire you so much and hope to fight alongside you one day. Keep going, or I hope you get that chance. Well, I mean, wouldn't the best outcome be that he doesn't have to go to battle at all? I understand, and I'll do my utmost best. Captain Oleg asked me to pass on a message to you. Okay, yeah, that is the same. Alright, I missed that one. And I could get 10 Stellar Jade, so we're gonna do it again. When that monster hit me, I was like, oh, that's gonna mess up my thing, isn't it? And we're gonna have to do this intro again. We don't care. But yeah, my voice was getting really deep with that bit with Oleg. I don't think I've tried to get it that deep before. And it was getting natural too. It was surprising. I haven't been on the potion that long for it. I expected the voice changes to take longer. I know I have some like natural testosterone levels, but yeah, but I wasn't expecting it. Still cool though. I thought I had to get closer to the lamp. That's why I spent all that time trying to get it to like
Dead
come
return!
closer to the lamp because I thought the bubble would be smaller.
This thunder!
But the bubble was surprisingly big.
Reach the end of the story. in
Do
your
you
own
see
way.
me? Come over here. Come in the bubble. Eat that boy with the bat. Smack.
Rules are made to be broken. Conflict is pitiless. Hear this thunder.
A will forged in ice never falters!
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
La-di-dee, la-di-da,
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
la-di-da-da-da-da. So I was thinking the other day, so a lot of books, like older books, are starting to come into, like their copyright is starting to dissolve. Or it's starting to come into the public domain, meaning that the public can use the source material for whatever they want, right? And so I was kind of thinking, because a lot of them are like older books. You all in it? Yeah. So I was kind of wondering, because I kind of want to do a podcast as well. I could dip my fingers into all the pies, of course. But I kind of want to do a
Made to be broken.
podcast.
Hear this thunder.
And I couldn't really think of what I wanted to do too much, like, because I really enjoy, the main thing I enjoy doing is reading, but I don't think I could do, like, a reading critique channel or podcast. Like, I don't think I have the wit or humor for it. But, a lot of people like to listen to, like, audiobooks and whatnot, and so I was wondering, like, what you all would think about a...
Let's wait and see.
Come up here. Yeah, come up here. Come up here. You got out of it last time, but this time you're getting infused. Just gotta make sure that I don't mess up on the other one that's in the other corridor.
Made
But
to be
yeah,
broken.
and so I could just like work on my tonality and whatnot, and just read some of the books that are coming into the public domain.
Show
And
no
it'll
mercy.
probably be a variety, because like some books that I know have come into the public domain is like the original Winnie the Pooh. So might have like
Reach
a
the end of the story in
podcast
your own way.
episode that's like reading the children's book. And then another one that's come into the public domain recently is one of the Sherlock Holmes, like the original ones written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. And so,
Let's wait and see.
just read the Sherlock book, because as I've stated in another episode, back in the day, one of the jobs I really wanted as a kid was to be a narrator in documentaries, like nature documentaries. So to work on like my pronunciation and my
forged in ice.
tonality, I think that
Never
might actually be a
falters.
great idea for
Conflict is pitiless.
just a podcast, but I don't know if there's actually any
Are made to be broken.
want to read older classic books, like if anyone would be interested in that kind of podcast or not. The only other thing I think of is I really enjoy reading webtoons and
Reach the end of the story
webcomics.
in your own way.
And so another one would just be doing like videos reviewing whatever webcomic I've read recently. There we go. Now I got all 7. Oh, I didn't get to read all of that about Sampo. Because Sampo's very suspicious. Like, There's something up with him. I'm sure most people know that by now, but he's... something suspicious. Can apparently backtrack. Okay, nothing here. Here we are again, Kalis. I knew someone as kind as you wouldn't watch the trouble from the sidelines. As I expected, the Fragmentum would not be willing to back off so easily. There must be countless monsters lurking outside the northern wall, waiting to invade the corridor. Look at this horrible weather. The stinking smell of Fragmentum permeates the air. Kalis, I have a feeling we'll be up against even tougher enemies this time. Luckily, the technology division has made sure all the snowshine lamps are ready. It is a tremendous help to our action. Find the energy core, activate the snowshine lamp, then get rid of the enemies with the help of the light. Oh, yeah. I can't get back into that voice like I was earlier. I slipped in, it was perfect, I noticed, and I was like, oh, is that my voice? Is that my voice? If you know, you know. Remember to do a thorough job and spare none of the Fragmentum monsters. I'll stay guard this pass. I'll count on you to finish up the task, Kalis. KKK. Okie dokie. No monsters to ambush me behind corners. Ooh. Yeah, we gotta wait till he...
Let's wait and see.
Can you see me? No? That's fine. I can see you.
Repay! The dead return!
I don't know anything about Orisha. I have heard though that he is carrying a corpse around in that coffin, and I got mad vibes. One of the members from the Akatsuki in Naruto, I got that vibe. It was
Heal. A will forged in ice. Never falters.
Kabuto? No. Kabuto's entirely different character. The old miser, the money miser from the Akatsuki. The one who, like...
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
One moment. My dad's calling. Okay. Can use the function, but it still works pretty well. Come on. Hopefully they were infused.
Is that all? Rules are made to be broken.
Let's make sure my microphone's working. It is. I've no longer got it muted. I was concerned. Okay. But yeah, mine.
Is that it?
Taken care of before I even got there.
The dead return!
Here and thunder.
Yeah, I think again I might just be making this up, but it seems like their white bar is going down way faster now that I have Losha on my team,
Will forged in ice.
which is
Never
making it faster to take them out too.
Conflict is pitiless.
I feel like I know that Welts doesn't like Losha, or at least that's what the internet has led me to believe, but I feel like Welt and
Made to be
Losha would
broken.
actually be like a pretty good team together, with like how their abilities work.
Receive divinity.
Here is thunder. Show no mercy.
This is probably gonna be my team for a while until 5-star Dunhung comes out. Alright, let's make sure. Trying to glance around corners. There's also a snowshine lamp on the trestle of the gear bridge. Perhaps we can use it to clear out the fragments and monsters. Let's give it a try. So I need to turn the bridge to move this to where I need it to be able to get the bubble I need. They are making full use of this. Puzzle right here. I'm always so wary about corners, being like, not gonna get attacked around a corner, am I? Okay, it does not look like there's anything left in this area. If it works so well, well, I guess technically it talks about how like it has to have the base to stabilize it.
Let's wait.
I think everyone's in the bubble.
Repay. Conflict is pitiless.
But yeah, so I thought that might be an interesting idea for a podcast. I know I could probably, I don't think I could like talk about webtoons enough to like fulfill the amount of time that should be a podcast episode, but I can definitely do TikToks about webtoons and talking about which ones I like versus which ones I don't.
Forged in
Or
ice.
like which ones I've dropped
Never
in certain
falter.
chapters. And it's not like, unless there's something egregious in the first few chapters, I always give them like a good attempt. Like,
Rules are made to be broken.
like I got, I think, like 300 chapters into this one webtoon. Well, it wasn't a webtoon
Reach the end
technically,
of
it
the
was like
story
a
in your own
Chinese
way.
manhwa. Are you both burning? And I got like 300 chapters into it before I was like, you know what? I don't think I like this one all that much.
Here is thunder.
I'm not one for like palace intrigue dramas. I think they're interesting to a point. But like when the entire soul, like driving force of the plot and what's going on is literally just palace intrigue drama,
Show
not
no
for me.
mercy.
So even though I was 300 chapters in, I was like, you know what, we're good.
Is that all?
We can let it go. We don't have to keep reading this.
Here is thunder.
But yeah, there are a few though that I've read like the first
Receive
3
divinity.
chapters, and I was like, nope, I'm not a fan of
Return.
this. And then later I'll see something that's apparently like a later chapter,
Made
and
to
I'm
be
like,
broken.
oh, maybe I should read this. I think Lookism was one of those that like I just did not like the first
Reach the end of the
chapters,
story in your
and the
own way.
only thing that convinced me to keep reading it was like some stuff I had seen that was like happening later in the plot.
Let's wait and see.
I love that he has like little flowers that grow out when he does his ult. But yeah, it was like, or I'll just see something that I gave up on, but I'll see some cool chapters later, and I'll just be like, all right, fine, I'll try and just get through these awful chapters. It's supposed to be the other way. At that point, if I'm like one of those like, oh, I need to get to chapter 10 or chapter 20 to be able to like actually like the thing that I'm reading, I usually might, because a lot of times you don't even like need it. You just like, come on. Only got one of them to follow me, so I'll have to do 2 battles.
Repay.
I'll actually just skip chapters.
Conflict is pitiless.
I will, like, I know that it sets up the plot and some of the story, but I'm just like, this is too cringy for me, and so I'll just like skip to like chapter 5, chapter 10. I think the most I've skipped is like chapter 15. To see if I can withstand it in later chapters, and then I'll just look on like Mangapedia or whatever. That's not a real thing, but like you get the idea. Like I'll just look up the like a summary of what happened in the other chapters, so that I don't have to deal with it. Because anyone who reads Lookism now should really go back and like try and read the first bit of Lookism. At least I got the fire affinity. But and see if they can like reread the beginning of Lookism.
Are made to be broken.
Another good one is that I had the same issue with was it was one of the goes back in time system, like, oh, our world got monsters invaded our world, and like
Let's wait.
people get like a game system to be able to fight the monsters and go into the dungeons and stuff. And I know there's like 50 of what I'm exactly talking about, so it narrows it down none at all. And even if I'm like, even if I describe the main character, it will tell you absolutely nothing. Because I'll be like, oh, he has black hair and is a fox-like character where he's like super smart and stuff. That tells you nothing. With a lot.
I'm with you. I commend.
Are you on fire? Because that's like it, and even if I put like solo max level newbie, which I think might be the actual title, it might also be 100% wrong. And I was not too big of a fan
forged in ice.
of the...
Never falters!
I might even be talking about the wrong thing. Is it solo max level newbie? I don't know, I did like him in the Minotaur maze, that was fun. But I might not do that one. But yeah, sometimes, especially if the plot just gets like, starts dragging really bad, I just skip chapters. I'm like, oh, I don't like this art, cool. I'll just look up online when the arc ends, and then just skip it and read the summary. And then I might eventually go back and like, actually read it.
Receive divinity.
Okay. He healed himself.
The dead return!
Here is thunder! A will forged in ice!
But yeah, I could definitely do TikToks just going on about manga I've read and which ones I suggest, but I just don't think I could do an entire podcast on it unless I have like other people. Now if I had like some friends, like think Trash Taste, where I could do like a podcast with them, I feel like I'd be able to do it for multiple hours.
Are made to be broken.
But yeah, by myself, I think I could, like, just essentially being a narrator in a book for books that have entered the public domain, I think I could do that. So I could just work on my, like, even pitching and stuff like that.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Bloom. The dead return! Conflict is pitiless.
It's more than that.
Woo.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Alright, let's... Ooh. Hello, Oleg. I felt like it had been about an hour, but I wanted to check if I was right. Yep. I was clicking through it. Alright, even though we've carried out 2 raids, I don't think it's enough to send them home. Without a doubt, we're facing a protracted war, Kalis. I hope you'll keep in touch with William. Oh, it is the same thing. I thought it was the same thing as last time. Alright, fully level, knock that one out. We won't have to do it again. Kinda sucks though that they only give it just enough monsters. Kalis. Yeah, that's not the voice I use. Kalis, it's so great to see you again. Captain Oleg is full of praise for you, saying that you're incredibly brave with brains to match. That's true. The arrogance. People say that modesty is a virtue, but if someone could be as powerful as you, why would they be humble about it? I am literally a Stellaron. I am a bomb waiting to go off. Who has time for virtue and modesty? Then, seeing as you're here, I may as well pass on the latest battle intel. The situation in the northern front is not looking good. Counterattacks from the fragments and monsters are getting more violent, and their numbers far exceed our initial estimates. Despite Captain Oleg being there, I'm still worried about our situation. Kalis, can you please help us clear the corridor? Let's go. That's great. I'll take you to Captain Oleg now. I hope this is the last time. I do too, man, since there's only 3 of these. What is this? Are these like... It says they're pieces. Are they relics? It looks like it, that there's some kind of relic. Let's go. La, la, da, da. Here we go again, Kalis. You could have no idea how thrilled I was when William told me you were on your way here. Your performance in the last 2 raids was outstanding. The young Silvermane guards can't stop talking about you. In my opinion, your reputation in the troop will soon surpass mine. Congratulations. I'm still waiting for you to do something. Fighting at the front lines is a tall order for someone my age. I'll stay here and watch you in action. I'm probably, like, I know I'm only 14 days old, but like, in concept, in theory, theoretically, I'm probably thousands of years older than you. By the way, can you feel the oppression in the air here, Kalis? At this point, I have no more advice to give you. Just put your best foot forward. I have your back. Use all the available resources and annihilate them. I don't even know if you heard me say that. And annihilate them. I probably have to do all 10 in the burn effect too. Get over here.
Let's
We're
wait
gonna use
and
his
see.
buff. Where is the bubble? Where's the bubble? Okay, the bubble's not over here. Yeet. The bubble must be on the other side. We just let these guys go past. I can dash back out. You can't see me! You can't see me! I didn't miss it over here, did I? Nope. Oh, it might be in that side corridor too. I just slide in there. Ah, it is over here. Okay. You know what? I just thought of it. I always like peek around corners, but I forgot this map literally tells you where the monsters are. Like, I don't need to peek at all. Like, the monsters are literally like talked about in the map.
We need a strategy.
Ah, I didn't get to hit them in time. Oh well.
It'll heal.
Bloom.
Conflict is pitiless.
Show no mercy.
What am I? Oh, that's actually something I could talk about on here, so you all can think about it.
Forged in ice. Never falters.
Duolingo telling me that I need to study my German today. Currently, right this moment, I am reading the English title, at least that I found on the website I use, is called Wicked No More. And it's one of those,
Are made to be broken.
person was reading a novel, and they get transported into the novel as the villainess. I haven't actually seen a novel recently where the main character gets transported into the female lead. It's been a hot minute. It's always the villainess or like a side character. But yeah, so she gets transported into the villainess. The villainess has already had a son and is married to like the Duke. And so but she's already put down like a terrible impression.
Nothing.
All men must die. Why did it say
made to
that
be
when we
broken.
kill Lucia? Or is it because she killed him?
Will forged in ice.
But yeah,
Never
so
falter.
she now has to deal with like, because the mom had been treating her son
Show
terribly.
no mercy.
Elliot, I think is the son's name. And so she's trying to make up for it. So she goes and finds the female lead, which is being treated terribly at an orphanage. And she brings her back. And so she's trying to fix her reputation while also making friends with her family.
Conflict is
And
pitiless.
that sort of stuff, while also dealing with her own traumas and the,
Here is thunder.
oh my gosh, why am I unable to fight this lady?
Conflict is
I'm getting
pitiless.
absolutely beat up by her, my goodness.
Show no mercy.
Rules are made to be broken. A will forged in ice.
Yes,
Never
Gavard.
falters.
Save us with those tanking abilities. Anyway, Jing Yuan's just doing all the work, too.
Here is thunder.
But anyway, so yeah, so she's trying to do all this stuff. And so far the primary antagonist has mostly been the villainess's mother.
Here
And so that's
is
about where
thunder.
I am. I think I'm like 30 chapters into it. Yeah, chapter 32. And so both the villainess and the person who reincarnated into the villainess have mom issues. Like they had a really hard time sticking up to their mom. I'm like
We'll forge
conflicted
to
about
ice.
it. Like it's good
Never
enough to
falter.
read, but it's not like groundbreaking
that
or
all?
like the main character has not gripped me. Some of them, the main character like will not let
Made
go
to
of
be
my
broken.
soul. Like Kim Doksha from Omniscient Reader Viewpoint, like would die for that man. Would sit on him so he can't die for me. But like she's not gripping me too much.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Let's see, can I get... I obviously can't
Keep at it.
resurrect
Keep at it.
Leloucha, unfortunately. So let's get some
Keep at it.
health.
Keep at it.
We'll do that. And then we went up here and got the ball, so that's good. Is there anyone over here? Alright, we can unlock the gate. Oh, I just used up all my points and the things right there. Ugh. Oh, it resurrects Leloucha. Nice. Okay, and the ball's in the middle. That's good. What's in the other side? Probably a monster? I just wasted all of my points to get people health, and then I found the space anchor. But yeah, so it's not... I would give it like a 3 out of 5. It's readable. Can I look at the map? I cannot look at the map. I wanted to know if it would be... Because I don't imagine I can like lead these guys all the way back there, can I? Okay, come this way. No. Ooh, almost hit me. Come on. Oh, is that the extent of the range? Okay, so I can't lead those guys back to this bubble. I have to go on the bridge. Good to know. But yeah, I'd give it a solid 3 out of 5. Like if you're just looking for another villainous reincarnation one that's not too different from like every other plot, then that's a good one. I think the thing that's keeping me read it is that it's not Alexander, it's like Alexis, but it's not said that way. Anyway, he's the only one keeping me. He's the male lead to the villainous. Elliot's the male lead to the canonical female lead, her son. That's where we are. We want to go. That doesn't work. Nope. We'll have to go wherever this one leads us, so we can't go over there yet. Anyway, wait, so it's the villainess's husband. Oh, that doesn't work either, because I need the bubble to be over there. Clockwise again. Oh yeah. Alright, where does this take us? Because I can't be here to get the fire bubble over there. That gets it over there, but the path's blocked. Okay, so now the path's blocked, but we have the bubble, so I should be able to attack this guy now.
Let's wait and see.
Alright, so that's how I'm gonna have to do the puzzle this time. Alright, but yeah, so if you're just looking for another villainous manga, I would say it's good.
Here, this
As I
thunder.
said, 3 out of 5, but it's not amazing. It's like pretty generic, I would say. But the male lead for her, the villainess, major green flag. He's so nice. He's helping her so much with her trauma. Like so far, 30 chapters in, very, very much green flag. He's what's keeping me reading right now. If they start having the misunderstandings just for the sake of misunderstandings, then I might get mad at it. But for now, I really do enjoy it. Enough to keep reading, of course. And if something can happen, like it's got some really good points that I'm like, yes, I like that, which might be able to boost it up to a 4. I don't think it would be able to get up to a 5 though. So that's what the one I'm currently reading. Oh my gosh, Gepard. Thank you, Alicia. Gepard needs a healer support, really. He's struggling sometimes, taking all the damage. I was looking at his traces, being like, am I ever going to be able to like get more health for this guy? That might be an Edelin restriction, probably. The one I was reading yesterday was The Beloved Fake Saint. Or another title it goes by in English is I'm a Fake Saintess, but the gods are obsessed. Another one where they get I really like reincarnation ones or go back in time ones. Isekai, reincarnation, reincarnated, XYZ. Really love those a lot.
Made to be broken.
So I read them a ton. So the Beloved Fake Saint, she goes into a book she was reading, and she of course is in the body of a villainess. And so she is a fake saint. The Pope of the there's like 9 gods in this religion. The Pope wanted a figurehead to like kind of calm down the public because they hadn't found the saintess for this generation. And because the original villainess was in love with the prince, and the saintess is kind of on level with the prince, political wise, she was like, this is perfect. So I can kind of romance the prince as the the fake saintess. And then obviously if she was in a novel, because the female lead would be doing the harem route for all the male leads, she bullies her, right, and dies from it. And then our main character doesn't want to do that. And so they are acting more like a saintess to the point that the gods take interest in her. And the gods speak to her in like a something similar to a system window that you would see in Chinese manhwa. And so she, as the days go on, she gets like further and further away from being a fake saintess and closer to a real one. And her choices might have like a really big impact on the fate of this universe. There's not too many. This I don't think is actually officially translated into English. For the fan translations, it's only up to chapter 36 on the website I use. That one I would give a good 4 out of 5. I might actually give it a 5 out of 5 later. It'll see how she keeps acting, because her method of dealing with things is just pretend it's not happening. Pretend it's not happening, and eventually it'll go away.
Conflict is pitiless.
Show no mercy.
A good one that I have for those of you that like Esper and guide books, I really suggest Civilian A or Ordinary Person A. It is a BL, so just a warning there. But this one's really good. I was also reading it yesterday, Friday. There's only 10 chapters on the site that I use. But it's essentially this guy gets saved by an Esper,
forged in ice.
and is polite to him and is kind to him because this Esper just saved his life. But it looks like potentially I should have started this off with like spoiler warning for anything I talk about. Turn away if you don't want spoilers. But yeah, so like, and the Espers kind of seems taken with this, the way he gets treated by this civilian, and so the Esper is like trying to get closer to him. And so from what I've read, it actually kind of seems like civilians, it's not that they hate Espers because the Espers are keeping them safe from monsters, but they treat Espers as if they're almost another race or like a set of creatures that aren't human, even though they are humans, and there almost seems to be some kind of like instinctive level of fear that civilians feel towards Espers. And of course the main Esper is a S-class Esper, the highest rank, so people just cannot stand being close to him because it causes their prey instinct to freak out. And so this human that's like super nice to him, can I move the boxes? I can, but why would you want to? Oh, I see them. Okay. I was just like, is there a reason to move the boxes? It doesn't look like there's anything over there. I don't think you would like, you know, I don't think you would try and like lead them back here, would you? No.
Let's wait and see.
Oh. Did not. His thing's called Mercy of the Fool. I wonder if he's related to the Path of Elation at all then because of that. Because like the masked fools and everything. Okay, I need to get over there, so we will turn it like this. And then we will come over here and turn it back so that the bubble is over here. Perfect. Didn't hit them again in time. But they're in the bubble, and that's all that matters.
Repay. Receive divinity. Conflict.
Anyway, so yeah,
Show no mercy.
he's a civilian. For anyone who just joined, I'm talking about webtoons, and so if you haven't read these and you don't want to be spoiled, mute me for a little bit if I start talking about one you want to read. But anyway, so in Civilian A, or Ordinary Person A, he seems to almost have an immunity to Espers, like the fear caused by Espers, and so all the Espers want to get closer to him because he treats them just like normal people. And so he, the main Esper, the S-class one we're introduced to at the beginning, is having to like fight off all the Espers with a stick to keep them away from the civilian so that they don't take the attention away from him. 4 out of 5, we'll say 5 out of 5, we'll see how it's going, but love Ordinary Person A or Civilian A. Just so it is a BL, but just remember that before you look it up. So far nothing's happened in it, so like, if that's what makes you squeamish, it's fine. Nothing's happened in it so far. What else have I read recently that I can talk about? Oh, I Became the Lousy Side Top is a good BL. That's like really cute. I don't know if there'll ever be anything that like actually makes it like higher, like 18 plus or whatever. But it just got done with its season 1,
Reach the end of the story
and
in your own way.
so
Let's wait.
it's a lot of fun. I became the lousy side top. It's another one of those person gets okay. It's in the bubble. Didn't want to get this far and then not get in the bubble.
Repay.
But he gets again it's isekai into a I think this one was an Otama game, a BL Otama game. And he's of course like not the main villain, but like a side villain. And he
Never falters.
Conflict.
he lost my train of thought.
Show no mercy.
And so again, he's trying to make sure he gets on the good side of the main character because he doesn't want to die.
Made to be
Because
broken.
as the side top, as he calls himself, he's like meant to die because of that.
A moment's excitement. Nothing more.
Because the main top would be able to like take him out and stuff. And so he's trying to get on the the main character's good side to just leave him with a good impression so that he doesn't send the main top to like come and kill him at some point in the future. Obviously, just as all isekai protagonists ignore, he is changing the plot enough that he is now becoming the main character and everybody's interested in him now. Let's see if we can scoot in here before they attack me. No, not that way, not that way. Thankfully, they're just ignoring what's going on. Okay, they are now in the bubble. Thank goodness they just had blindness. But yeah, so just like every main character, he's not realizing that he's changing the focal point of the story and making everyone interested in him. So now the crazy top is really interested in him. And the crazy top's a mafia characters for those who like that kind of thing. And then the main character that he's been super nice to is starting to develop feelings for him. So instead of it being, you have the core main character, the mafia guy, and then him as the like second-rate villain as the love triangle, with both of them interested in the core main character. It's now shifting to him, and it's funny how completely like.
Show no mercy.
It's funny and annoying how completely oblivious he is because he even knows like isekais. Like the recent isekais have been like aware of their isekai-ness. You know what I mean? Like they're like, oh, I've read isekai novels. I know the tropes. Then why is it that you don't recognize the trope of like you're changing the plot line enough that you are now becoming the one who is the center focus? So that's a good one.
Wheel forged in
I'm
ice.
just like looking at what I have on my phone. I'm one of those people that I have 47 tabs on my phone currently.
Made to be broken.
If I actually go to the manga app, I have, which is an APK, and for those who know, no. We'll see what I've read recently. Poison Eating Healer. I definitely suggest that one. Oh, I didn't rate Lousy Top. Lousy Side Top's like a 3 to 4. It's a good cozy one. Like, don't expect like groundbreaking stuff. But it's a good cozy romance. I would definitely suggest it. Poison Eating Healer. I love reading these off because I'm like, can I remember the plot line of this? Without having to read some of the chapters. Poison Eating Healer is one of those where society, like for some reason, a dungeon break has occurred. This one's not isekai. It might be time return. I can't remember 100% if it is, like where they die and go back in time to their body when they're younger. I can't remember 100%. I feel like it wasn't, but I might be lying.
Conflict.
But yeah, so he, it's one of
Show
those
no
where
mercy.
like dungeon breaks have started, monsters have started coming to Earth, kind of stuff.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Oh, good. We're done. Oh, well, I can't do that one because, my characters aren't powerful enough to do that, I guess. We're gonna have to come back to that, which is gonna annoy me because, I'm gonna have to remember it, so we'll put it on a sticky note. What area is this in? Silvermane Guard Restricted Zone. William need to 3-star mini dungeon. We'll try that again right before I level up the equilibrium level. We'll do that one again. Okay. So that was that one. Remove buffs on enemies 5 times in a single battle. All men must die. Receive a killing blow from enemies when at 100% HP. Oh, she one-shotted me then. Okay. I mean, good for her to be able to one-shot me. Alright, what else? Ancestors drill bit. Go to the workshop, check on Molly. Serval sends you a message to thank you for helping Molly and invites you to accompany Molly in the workshop. According to Serval, Molly hasn't recovered from that accident. Go to the workshop to check on Molly when you're free. Well, I have the time.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Looks like we have about a half an hour left. Those mini dungeons took quite a chunk of our time, huh? Hopefully my chatter about, Oh yeah, she was the one... For those who don't remember, she's the one who, like... Gosh, we had a quest. It might have been a daily quest. Where... It was with Pela. I don't remember if it was a daily quest or not, where she uncovered, like the robots were acting weird and she uncovered like some corruption in the Silvermane guards who were getting paid off to do something. I forgot what it was, and she was confronting them and they showed her that she wouldn't be able to do the, like, make a big change in the system on her own when there are so many corrupt people working against her. Like, they have the numbers and the money backing them up. And so we had to save her, and so I think that's who it is. Listen, Miss Serval, if you shake the box lightly, you can still hear the clanging sound of water. Clanging? Water? I must have read that wrong. It's probably some kind of vinegar that is used to dissolve papyrus. It's sort of like those kinds of mechanisms where the file would be automatically destroyed if it was forcibly opened. Looks like it shouldn't be taken apart, or should I say it'll be hard to non-destructively take it apart. This will be quite the hassle. Let me take a closer look. What I'm trying to say is that we shouldn't even try to take it apart. Are you all busy? Yo, Kalis, what do I owe the pleasure? If you have something that needs fixing, just leave it there. I'll have a look after I first figure out how to take apart Miss Molly's heirloom tin box. Do not take it apart! I'm just a little anxious. I didn't mean to, Miss Serval. Sorry. I'm just joking. Rest assured I won't damage it. Don't you two have work to do? The workshop is still open, it's just that there's been no business recently. After that incident last time, I took a long vacation. I feel like I need to switch my mind to something else. I mean, there's nothing but chores left for me in the military right now, and also, I messed with some bigwigs that I shouldn't have. I don't know if I should stay in the technology division anymore. Ugh. Don't worry, Pela has sorted it all out, but I do understand your concerns. You can think this over in my workshop and stay as long as you want. Anyways, you can see Miss Serval and I are trying to figure out the mystery about my family heirloom together, the one we brought back after the last incident. I remember my father telling me, this is the insurance left for us by our ancestors. When there is no other way, find a way to open this iron box. Well, we haven't made any progress other than finding a puzzle engraved on the box. I wanted to just take it apart, but Molly wouldn't let me. What were my ancestors thinking? Why would anyone in dire need have the time to solve puzzles? Way to mess up with their children. So what's the puzzle? That's the problem. We can't even read the puzzle. To us, it's just a bunch of letters that we've never seen before. We thought about that. Logically speaking, a box like this can only be opened with the corresponding key. But this box doesn't use a pin tumbler lock mechanism at all, and the shape of the keyhole is so odd. Seems like what it needs is not so much a key, but something like a screw or a drill. Apparently, Miss Molly's ancestors didn't leave us any such oddly shaped key, so we have to bite the bullet and solve the puzzle. But in any case, we have to decipher what the puzzle is first. Decipher. Oh, yes, Miss Serval, Kalis, could this be the Silvermane Guard's encryption technology? After all, our family has worked in the technology division for generations, so it won't be a stretch to presume that my ancestors used codes from the Guard, right? Makes sense, but I was expelled from the Guard a long time ago. I have no idea about that kind of thing. I would take it as Svarog, honestly. Oh, I only once heard my colleagues from the intelligence department talking about this. I don't know the specifics. After all, I'm just an entry-level employee, and I don't usually encounter these things at work. I'm out of ideas now. Kalis, what do you think? I would take it to Svarog. Just brute force it. Aspela or Gepard. No offense to Gepard, but he gives me himbo energy. I might be wrong about that, but we've only interacted with him a little bit, and he definitely gives me himbo energy, so I don't know. But yeah, I feel like this is one of those, like, we should ask Pela then. You are right, Pela. How could I forget? She's an intelligence expert. Oh god, my voice is going. Oh no. Talk too much about manga. My voice is like, how dare you? Oh, I believe Miss Pela mentioned that she would get a new magazine just before she left this morning. New magazine, huh? I see. She often spends her off days at the bookstore. Come on, let's go find her. Might not even get to the companion quests at this rate.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, poison eating healer. Oh, Miss Pela, let's go ask Fizz. Not gonna be able to talk about it now. Hi Fizz, how's business? If it isn't Serval, business? Same old, but it's a nice way to earn a living. Every now and then I can read leisurely like this. Are you here to pick up that book? Sorry, there seems to be something wrong with the publisher. I haven't received it yet. Well, no worries. It's not like I need the book right away. I actually came to see Pela. Was she here earlier today? Miss Pela? Ah, she just went back to get money. She should be back soon. Are they expensive? Here's what happened. Miss Pela wasn't aware that this new magazine has a venue limited edition. She only bought enough money for the regular edition. So what kind of magazine is this? What is the venue? I'm guessing it's fan fiction of that. Tales of the Winterlands. Pela is one of us. I read so much fanfiction, guys. When they were talking about how, like, the internet might go down, I was like, do I need to start freaking downloading and printing? That's actually one of my goals for when I save up money, is I want to buy, like, a homemade book binder. Like, there's a machine you can get that will, like, will bind your books for you. And I kind of want to buy it. It's expensive though, but once I do buy it, 100% going to print off all of my, like, favorite fanfiction works. The other thing is I need to work on my drawing skills so that I can actually make good covers for them. And, like, images for the books, because that would be cool. And of course, if I actually put in that much work, I would make 2 copies so that I could give one to the author if they felt like it. They have both novels and comics. They write about the relationship between the characters from the original novels. I love them calling out the fan fiction writers. We love that. But they are all created by fans, and some of them are completely unrelated to the original works. Yeah. Complete AUs, coffee shop AUs, tattoo shop AUs, college AUs. Completely separated from the works completely. Goes into other books. I've seen a lot of Hogwarts AUs, things like that. I think they have meetings on a regular basis to share their ideas. I love that fanfiction exists here. Pela is an important member of the Tales of Winterland's fan club. They all call her... what was it? Is this a Tears of Themis reference? I know Pela has Tears of Themis stickers on her phone. Huh? What'd you say? Hey, looks like you and Pela have a lot in common, Kalis. Yo, Fizz, I'm back. Ah, right on time. Miss Pela's back. Why are you all here? So, Fizz, this is kind of embarrassing, but could you do me a favor and reserve the limited edition for me? Seems like I'll have to buy it a bit later. Also, you didn't let them see the new edition, did you? Of course not. Oh, good. Thank you, Fizz. My dignity as an intelligence officer has been saved. So what are you guys doing here? Don't tell me you're here to buy books, because I won't believe it. I want to read Miss Pela's masterpiece. Yep, you see, Miss Serval and I found a line of code in my heirloom tin box. Can you take a look, Miss Pela? I mean, I could. Let's go back to my workshop and talk about it in detail. Elio! Oh, I have questions about him. Yeah, it's, let me show you all. So everybody has different phone cases, right? Pela's phone case... Ooh. Okay, and then... Yeah! Okay, I can't tilt here more to look. But look, it's the Tears of Themis boys! So this is Artem, this is Vin, that is Marius, and then back here is Luke. And then if you're on the Herta space station, you'll see Vin's stack of cards from Tears of Themis. So this one right here with the silver hair. I think that's so funny that they're on... Actually, speaking of which, I haven't seen Loisha's phone case. I've seen everybody else's phone case. What's Loisha's? Oh, it's the design on his coffin. Okay. See, for the longest time before someone told me that the coffin actually has someone in it, like it is some person's coffin, I don't know who that person is, but it's some person's, I thought he was kind of doing what Wolfward was doing. Wolfwood? I can't remember his last name. I haven't seen it. From Trigun was doing. Like, the whole point of his cross gun is that it's his grave marker. Like, he's carrying his grave marker around with him. And so I thought it was something similar to like Loosha's doing, or Loosha's doing something similar, where he's literally carrying his own coffin around to be buried in. But I might be wrong. Or that's what I had thought when I'd seen his design. So Pela, now that you had a look, what do you think? Well, I think you guys are probably on the right track. These disorganized letters certainly resemble cryptography. However, given that this was created 600 or 700 years ago, it's most likely using a completely different encryption algorithm. So what encryption algorithm did they use then? Let me think. I remember that in Chapter 2, Section 4, the 7th edition of the Silvermane Guard's cryptology. Oh boy, to have that kind of memory. It says, in the early days, the guard, Richard Balakin, the intelligence officer and chief of the technology division, popularized the earliest encryption method within the force. All the letters are shifted 4 places back in the alphabet, and the ciphertext can be obtained this way. The reverse can also be used for the decryption. How do you remember that so clearly? That's just one of the basic skills of an intelligence officer, so don't underestimate me. So according to this method, it should be, I got it, here it is, the key, at the mountain pass, waiting, that place is, the Supreme Guardian, the place of operation. In addition, the inscription is Richard Balakin. Based on the surname, this Richard is indeed my ancestor. Wait, isn't this the guy Miss Payla just mentioned? And what on earth does this mean anyway? Get out of Bellabog, Riddler. Not the Batman reference. You're right. These two locations mentioned in a sentence, the mountain pass, the place of operation of the Supreme Guardian, I'm guessing it's referring to the fortress that was eroded by the fragmentum. And the key must be referring to the key that opens the box. In other words, the ancestors hid the key of the heirloom in the box, in a tin box in the corridor of fading echoes. Uh-oh, even for the guards, it's difficult to set foot in a fragmentum, let alone ordinary civilians like us, especially if you want to go searching around inside. What do we do? We finally found a clue. Do we have to give up after all? I visit the fragmentum like it's my house. Then your home must be quite a hellhole. No, Pela. Are you really going to help me find a key? Thank you so much, but I don't want to put pressure you into this. Safety should always be the #1 priority. Don't worry, I'll look after him. Miss Molly, just wait in the workshop with Serval. Without further ado, let's go now. Are you ready, Kalis? Let's go. Oh, so it's another mini dungeon. Let's start searching for Miss Molly's things from here. We don't need to go up the stairs. That place is not part of the old city fortress and has nothing but ancient battlefields. Thankfully, we didn't encounter any enemies coming here, but I can't promise it'll stay that way on our way back. Keep your eyes peeled. This place gives off a strange vibe today. It's too quiet. Normally we couldn't have come all this way without any fights. They may seem like a good thing, but deep down I'm disturbed by this strange quietness. Anyway, let's be more careful from now on. Great, let's go. Even though we didn't encounter any enemies coming here, it's still hard to say what will happen later. If we get into a fight, I'll cover you. If it so happens that you're defeated, I'll definitely fight my way to bring you back to a safe place and continue our exploration when you're ready. It's best to avoid that. After all, there's only so much help I can give you, so stay sharp, Kalis. Oh, findy. Thank God it doesn't have a voice in this episode. I hate it so much. Beep beep. Matching object found. Matching object found. Do you want to switch to search mode? What's that sound? Me, same. Kalis, why are you carrying that thing with you? Beep. Findy is not a thing. I am Richard, the home use object finder. Model information version 0.63. Professional model. Annual deluxe edition. Nickname Findy. It's my emotional support robot. If you say so, but it's just called itself a home use object finder, so can it help us find things? Anyway, one more pair of eyes might not be a bad thing. Let's try it out. Hey Findy, can you show us the way? Yes, yes, yes. When you need to find something, just call Findy. The current target is something hidden, and there is one such target in a detectable range. Please follow yours truly to conduct the research in accordance with the Home Use Object Finder Safety Manual. It seems confident. Let's follow it. Let's use Findy to search along the way we came.
Beep,
Oh,
beep, beep. Findy will create a calendar reminder for when you want to visit an Interastral Peace Appliances store.
I was so happy it didn't have a voice.
Findy will create a calendar reminder
But it has
for
a
when you want to
voice.
visit an Interastral Peace Appliances store.
I'm so sad, everyone, that it has a voice. Something's beating up all the robots.
Beep, beep, beep. Interastral Peace Appliances, your most trustworthy companion.
Looks like there's nothing here. Wait a minute, Kalis, look, there's something wrong with this floor tile. There seems to be a line of words engraved on it. Stomp on me. Does that mean we should step on the floor tile? Huh? Wow, look, the tile is up ahead is floating. What's this, a secret compartment? This is also an oval thing? A small oval frame containing a slightly yellowish portrait lies quietly in a secret compartment hidden in a tile. The man in the picture is dressed in an old uniform of the guards and has quite a classy look about him. If only he weren't making such a silly face. You flip the portrait over in its backside and see a pattern of a clockwise rotating arrow, and the ink has dried up. I have photos of all intelligence officers throughout the ages hanging up on my office wall. Compared with them, old Balkan here does look quite classy in this portrait. One can even describe him as handsome. Alas, now I just feel like something precious has been cruelly ripped from my heart. Maybe, but I'm kind of agnostic about this. Calm down, Pela, calm down. Forget what you saw today. Okay, I put all of that behind me. Wow, Kalis, look, Balkan has also painted a pattern of a clockwise rotating arrow on the back of this portrait. There seems to be another sentence below. The next clue is sleeping in the shadow of the arch. Next clue. Since this is something left by old Balkan and protected by this hidden mechanism, it's very much could be a new clue, but what is he trying to say? As for the new clue, it's probably related to the arch. Let's make this our next objective. Looks like the monsters are here now. Were we too loud? Let's avoid fighting them and move forward with care. Am I not supposed to fight the monsters? Okay, this is where we started off. Ooh. There's not any way to get around them, is there? Yeah, there's no, like, get around, so how are we supposed to avoid the monsters? Little confused on how that was supposed to work.
Is that all?
Also, just because I can hear it, we've been having some thunderstorms in my area. It is the rainy season. And so if a thunderstorm knocks out my power and I suddenly disappear,
Excitement.
that's why. There seems to be enemies roaming nearby. We probably shouldn't call Findy right now. They don't seem too fierce, so it's not a problem to fight them.
Conflict is pitiless.
A will forged in ice never falters.
Anyway, I keep getting distracted while explaining poison-eating healer by the game I'm playing, of course.
A moment's excitement, nothing more.
Let's get rid of the last monster so we can search in peace. But yeah, so in a poison-eating healer, I can't remember exactly the beginning of it, whether he's just a normal guy or if he's a returnee. But he is very, like, sick. I remember that. And then he finds out later that his sickness is caused by the type of player he is. So in a lot of dungeon...
A moment's excitement, nothing more.
I'm with you. The initiative.
Let's wait.
So in a lot of dungeon manhwa, the characters will get powers, kind of like video game characters. And he was really sick because of what his powers were, which are associated with poison, like the title is. But apparently poison users are looked very heavily down upon, as usual for whoever's the main character in a story. And so he gets trained in secret on how to use his powers because there are things called poison dungeons that have such a high level concentration of poison that pretty much only poison users can enter them freely. But again, they had gotten so powerful with their abilities that people feared them, and it resulted in them being like hunted down and gotten rid of, or be looked at with like increased suspicion. So
We caught them unawares.
We'll just unlock that while I'm here. Alright, we'll call Findy out now. Look for the next clue. Are we not gonna call the robot out? Do I physically need to find something in this bubble?
I'm with you.
Did not mean to do that. Said the arch. So over here. The shadow of the arch. The clue this time is very straightforward. You see on this floor tile, there's a pattern of a counterclockwise rotation arrow. Must be somehow related to the previous clue. To be honest, I don't know for sure, but that's probably related to some kind of rotatable structure, which is the little mini game in the Silvermane Guard restricted zone. Anyway, I'll write it down first and then I'll copy to you. Here you are. On the sheet of paper, Pele gave you there several ordered drawings of clockwise rotating arrow and a counterclockwise rotating arrow. With their annotations at the bottom, it says rotatable structure. You turn the sheet over and see some beautifully written but illegible scribbles. The words are all jumbled, but you do see this passage is about 3 characters, respectively named Arden, Anna, and Dalmir. Huh? Those clues we just saw. Wait, no, I forgot. Give me back that piece of paper now. I want to treasure Miss Pele's masterpiece. Kalis, you gotta be kidding me. If you don't give it back to me right now, I'll take it back. Give it to me. Let's find the blank page to write it down now. Done. Take this one instead. Forget all the text you saw on the back. And don't you dare tell anyone about this. I don't know. Fanfiction is getting more like widely accepted nowadays. I'm sure no one will look down upon you. Not like me when I was in high school and I was asking my teacher to look up a fact about Harry Potter so I could write a Harry Potter fanfiction. You know, back in the day before we all learned that JK was an awful human being. JK Rowling specifically, not Jungkook. Here we are. Now on the left is the road towards the fortified zone, which is just behind the fortress defense line, and one on the right is path leading to the frontline fortress parapet. Let's split up for now. In the fortified zone, there's a revolving gear bridge that was the same structure as the one in the Silvermane Guard restricted zone. I have to go there to investigate its control terminal, so I'll pick the road on the left. In the meantime, please use the path on the right to go to the frontline fortress and look for clues there. This is a pretty, like, arduous side quest. Alright. Stay safe. Never underestimate an intelligence officer. I've worked out in every possible scenario and nothing will go wrong. Let's split up, and after we finish our respective investigations, we shall meet on the other side of the bridge. Beep beep. Matching object found. Matching object found. Do you want to switch to search mode? Findy seems to have found something. Let's take a look around here. So it's on the other side of this wall.
I'm with you.
Yeah, so it's on the other side of the wall. Got it. Seems to hear a good gear bridge. I seem to hear a gear bridge moving, which is probably Pele doing stuff. Wouldn't this be the other side of the wall? Oh, it's like straight back here. Okay. Unsurprisingly, the tiles here are also engraved with a pattern of a clockwise rotating arrow. Write it down in Pele's notebook. It's time to meet Pele across the bridge. Okay. Okie dokie. But yeah, so and so he gets trained in secret on how to use his poison abilities, and so he's trying to navigate his way through the society, make money, upgrade his abilities while also hiding the fact that he's a poison user.
Forged in ice.
And he's also trying to use his poison abilities for good and learning to be a healer. But poison abilities are usually more for like attack, so he is having some like, he's trying to like level up both at the same time. my explanation was terrible of it because I'm trying to go solely off memory. It's actually really good. I seem to hear Payla's voice. Would heavily suggest it to anyone reading manga or webtoons, because the main character is just hilarious. Like, he's just snarky enough and intelligent enough that you absolutely love everything he's doing. And then the other characters are awesome too. And like have interesting backstories and aren't just like 2D and flat.
We caught them unaware.
So the intrigue's pretty good. Definitely give it somewhere between like a 4 and a 5 star. Kalis, can you hear me? Kalis! The gear bridge, it's locked. Find a way to unlock it. Let me go look then. Remember the sequence from the notes. Let's try and find a way to unlock the terminal. I will have to look at the notes. I haven't even looked at Payla's note. Clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise. Okay. Hey, speaking of low OSHA, clockwise, counterclockwise. Got it. Yes, I know. Clockwise. Counterclockwise. And clockwise. Where do we need to go again? I'm right here, right? No, I'm over there. Where do I need to go? Oh, there's Payla. I see her. That'll connect the two of us. Ah, finally, I almost began to think you couldn't make it. Piece of cake. You handled that with such elegance. Looks like you truly are worth your skill. Let's recount what just happened. After checking the data storage terminal, I found that the gear bridge breaks can be released by following the sequence of those given patterns. However, I still don't quite understand why old Balkan left these passwords behind, so I thought I should meet up with you first and discuss it together. But who would have thought, the moment I crossed the gear bridge, it started rotating by itself, leaving me on the other side. Tried to control that thing, but the bridge was locked by the emergency brake. There was nothing I could do. In a hurry, I called out your name. Fortunately, you heard me, thank God. Why'd it move on your own? I was careless. I didn't know the pressure pedal on the ground. If I had brought Findy, it probably wouldn't have happened, but then you probably wouldn't have been able to find the last clue. What a hassle. But you came to help me in the end, and now all is well. By the way, I also found the key Miss Molly talked about. It's here. Also, there seems... I love that this NPC actually did something. Instead of making me do everything, they actually, like, went somewhere else and did something. My goodness, the novelty. Also, there seems to be a scary monster nearby. I wouldn't be able to deal with it alone, so I'll have to wait for your help. Let's go. Here, my legs are sore. Grab the key, let's go back. It'll cover you, let's go. Good luck. Let's get some health. I don't have any red points, so... Oh, a chest! But yeah, poison-eating healer is really great. Like, one of the main character, or one of the side characters, she's like the best healer. She's like an S-class healer. And she feels such guilt over the fact that she can't save some people that it causes her to like be in depression, which allows another character whose name is Gun. He's in charge of the guild, one of South Korea's top guilds for hunters, who only cares about like power and prestige and whatnot. And so he's using her own guilt as like a way to control her so that he gets to be the top healer. And he's really interested in healers because he knows that like the next wave of what's going to control how well guilds are able to do with the next wave of dungeons is if they have more healers. So obviously our main character, who's working as a healer, he's very interested in him, and our main character also knows how like terrible of a person Gun is, and so they're having like a conflict of interest. This piece of drill-shaped jewelry is engraved with the words Balkan. It must be the key Miss Molly is looking for. Mission accomplished. Let's head back to the workshop. The trip has been so tiring. We got it. It seems very much like something Hook would have. Since it's a purple relic, this must have been something I was supposed to do before I got to equilibrium level 3.
It's hard for a wanderer to find rest in this world.
You sound so suspicious, man. You just sound suspicious. Oh hey, it's the Trailblazer. Welcome to the workshop. It's a hazard to guess you didn't come looking for repairs. I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong. Based on our friendship, you can just treat the workshop like your second home. Come have a rest anytime you're feeling tired. Look, they're back. Hey, you're back. How was it? Did you run into any danger? We almost... No. That's good. If something happened to you because of me. Anyway, enough ifs. Please tell me what happened. From Old Balkan's puzzle to the gear bridge incidents to strange drill ornaments, you and Pella tell them everything you experienced on this trip to the Fragmentum. What an interesting adventure. Such a pity it didn't go with you. We should find a chance to investigate those mechanisms and dismantle them next time. Well, you have to get Gepard's approval first. Anyway, I'm glad to see you two back safely. I must appreciate your help. Plus, I'm also very interested in what you found out there. Let me take a look. I have a photo. Ah, this is Balkan. This Balkan was really eccentric when he was young. I seem to remember that medal on its uniform. It must be the Medal of Honor from the Engine of Creation project. Oh, so he's one. Oh, I wonder if he's the old man that we saw in those video memories of the back when we were going up against the Supreme Guardian, that older gentleman that's in those videos. Engine of Creation. What is that? I think I may have seen it once in the Technology Division's archives. To the best of my knowledge, there are few relevant records, even if the official documents the guards have access to. All I know is that this is a giant geological transformation unit built during the Lisa Rand era, and it's all lost now. So I see, this guy was really incredible, and it's also strange that he liked messing with people. Are all geniuses so eccentric? I mean, if you look at Squirlium and Herta, I'd say yes. Anyway, thank you, Kalis. I'll definitely treasure this interesting photo. I also found your key. Probably what they're more interested in. Oh, this is it. Let me see. This drill-like gadget should fit perfectly in the keyhole of this tin box. My hands are trembling now, Kalis. I hope your effort wasn't wasted. We did it! What's this? A piece of paper? To the descendants of the Balkan family, never let go of that wrench and drill in your hands. Refrain from both belligerence and sycophancy. So like a sycophant is someone who is crazy about religion. So I'm not sure what sycophancy is. With the wrench and drill in hand, you have the power to change the world. So it's all a metaphor kind of thing. That's annoying. I hate when people are like, you can do it with your own hands, here's the metaphor that will save our family. If your family is actually desperately in need of like cash or something to save the family or medicine, that kind of thing would be so abjectly annoying. I think I get it now. I've always had a bad temper ever since I was little, and the other kids shunned me. Things didn't get better even after I got a job. I've gotten in quite a few fights with people over some very trivial things. The truth is, I shouldn't even try to change people at all. It's all just a distraction that keeps draining my passion for life itself. It's just like what my ancestor said. All I ever need is a wrench and a drill. I have figured it out. I can't go on like this anymore. I'm quitting my job in the technology division to start my own thing. This time, I'll make it on my own. I'll be able to decide my own fate. If I ignore the noise from the outside world and just focus on the work I have at hand, one day, maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to bring change to this city. Ooh. That's some hard thunder. Let's wrap this up. I am hit time. You are right. If I were to lose my privilege as a public worker, I might face even more horrific retaliation. Oh, if only I could be like Miss Serval, supported by my family like the Landows, then I wouldn't be in so much trouble. But I'll try my best. After all, I've already gone through so much on my own. What are you talking about, Molly? I don't like the sound of that. Did I say something wrong? Sorry. Well, it's not wrong per se, but I have to point out 2 inaccuracies in what you said. Firstly, even though I'm the eldest daughter of the Landau family, I was actually kicked out of the family a long time ago. All that stuff about prestigious family, it's long been a distant memory. Secondly, you and I are really not that different, you see. We actually have similar life experiences. We are both genius technicians who can't fit in with the military. We both forced to get out and work on our own. Genius? No, I'm not like you, Serval. I'm no genius. Why are you being so modest now? I heard from Kalis that you weren't like this before. She can work for Serval. Miss Serval, please take me to be your Hey! That's right, that's the spirit of young and promising mechanic. I've been waiting for you to say this. To celebrate the first assistant of Serval's workshop, let me play a song for everyone. Come on, Pela, get your drums set up here. Alright. It seems like I can't get out of this one, but let me go to Fitz's place first. I have yet to get my hands on that limited edition magazine yet. I want to know about the magazine. Don't think I don't know what you're up to. You guys, especially you, Kalish, you're not allowed to follow me. Absolutely not. I want to know. I want to be a part of the fanfiction club. Okay, well, we have hit 2 hours, so I will have to call it a day. We didn't get quite, those 2 mini quests took way longer than I was expecting them to. So next time we'll definitely, as long as we don't get more mini quests, we'll start finally on these 2 companion quests. Another one from Hook, which I think this is like the 3rd one I've gotten from Hook, and this one from Clara. Maybe one day we'll get to the 3rd area. But yeah, so thank you all, everyone who listened to me ramble, anyone who's watching the live stream, and anyone who's watching the YouTube videos. Just tell me if you all liked my talking about webtoons, or if you like absolutely hated it because it wasn't on topic for what we're playing. And I will see you all again. I stream on Fridays at 6 p.m. supposedly Eastern Standard Time, and Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I post TikToks on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, and I post my YouTube archive videos on Wednesdays and Sundays, both at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then also let me know what you all think about the podcast idea, just reading books that have entered the public domain so I don't get sued. But thank you all so much for watching, and have a lovely time.